Psychology says people who cry easily are often misunderstood as weak, broken, and too emotional. You have probably been told to toughen up. You have probably swallowed tears just to make other people comfortable. You have probably apologized for feeling deeply. But what if your tears are not a flaw? What if they are evidence that your nervous system is functioning at a higher level of awareness? Today we are breaking down the real psychology behind people who cry easily and why this trait is often a hidden strength. If you value psychology explained in a powerful and practical way, make sure to like this video and subscribe so you do not miss the next one. Now let us flip the narrative completely. The biggest myth about crying is that it represents loss of control. In reality, crying is often emotional regulation in action. There's a personality trait known as high sensory processing sensitivity. Some people call it highly sensitive person, but sensitivity does not mean fragility. It means heightened perception. Imagine two screens. One operates in standard resolution. The other operates in ultra-high definition. Both display the same image, but one captures far more detail. If you cry easily, your nervous system may operate at that higher resolution. You detect subtle emotional cues. You notice tone shifts instantly. You feel tension in a room before anyone speaks. You process more emotional data than the average person. When that data builds up, your body releases it. That release is crying. It is not malfunction. It is discharge. Now let us look at the biology. Humans are the only species that produce emotional tears. Evolution does not preserve weaknesses. It preserves mechanisms that serve survival. Emotional tears activate the parasympathetic nervous system. That is the system responsible for rest and recovery. Crying reduces physiological arousal. It lowers stress response. Research shows that tears contain stress-related chemicals. Crying assists in clearing those stress signals from the body. People who suppress emotion often retain elevated cortisol levels. Chronic cortisol contributes to headaches, burnout, and anxiety. When you cry, you reset. You recalibrate. You move emotion through instead of storing it. That is efficiency. Another misunderstood type of crying is empathy-based tears. You see someone else in pain and your eyes well up. You watch a scene in a movie and you feel it physically. This is linked to mirror neuron activity. Mirror neurons allow you to simulate the internal experience of others. They help you feel what someone else is feeling. High mirror neuron responsiveness correlates with emotional intelligence. You're not just understanding someone's pain intellectually, you are experiencing it neurologically. That capacity builds connection. It strengthens trust. It enhances leadership. The most effective therapists, caregivers, and emotionally intelligent leaders often possess this depth of empathy. You cannot guide emotion. You cannot access. Your tears indicate access. Now, consider cultural messaging. Society often praises emotional stoicism. We are taught that control means suppression. But suppression is not control. It is avoidance. Repression temporarily hides emotion. It does not eliminate it. Psychological research consistently links long-term suppression with increased anxiety and physiological strain. Staying emotionally available in a demanding world requires courage. Feeling without numbing requires strength. People who criticize your tears may be uncomfortable with their own buried emotions. Projection is common. When someone avoids their own vulnerability, visible vulnerability triggers discomfort. Instead of confronting that discomfort, they label yours as excessive. But expression is not excess. It is honesty. There is also resilience embedded in crying. Resilience is not the absence of emotion. It is the ability to recover. When you allow emotion to surface and release, you prevent accumulation. Accumulated emotion often leads to sudden outbursts or shutdown. You avoid that buildup. Your system processes in real time. That processing strengthens long-term regulation. There is another layer rarely discussed. Crying increases relational clarity. When you express visible emotion, you immediately see who can handle it. Some people withdraw, some become dismissive, others remain steady and supportive. Your tears filter your environment. They reveal emotional safety. This accelerates understanding of who belongs in your inner circle. Being able to feel deeply also enhances appreciation of beauty. You cry at sunsets. You cry at music. You cry at small acts of kindness. That responsiveness reflects engagement with life. You are not detached. You are attentive. In an increasingly desensitized culture, attentiveness is rare. You did not shut down your emotional range to fit in. You kept it intact. That is not weakness. That is awareness. The next time your throat tightens and your eyes fill, do not rush to apologize. Pause instead. Recognize that your nervous system is doing exactly what it was designed to do. You are processing, not collapsing. You are releasing, not losing control. You are responding, not overreacting. You are human. And being fully human requires the capacity to feel. If this breakdown made you feel understood, subscribe for more psychology that explains your patterns with clarity and depth. Comment below whether you have learned to embrace your tears or if you are still working on it, and watch the next video to continue understanding how your mind truly works.